Afternoon, everybody. So we'll be beginning session 2 of today's awareness program. Professor Andrew will be continuing with his previous presentation, and then we'll have Ms. Kamala speaking to us.
Okay. The camera is way off there. I don't want to stand there. I'll stand here. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
otherwise, we'll switch the video off. Live stream the audio.
Okay, so let me carry on with where I stopped last. So I was talking about people who do multiple courses. So one of the things we observed was people were doing various types of courses, all sorts of courses without any sense of direction. So we thought, it's more interesting to give people some direction and give them some aim to do a set of courses which are all connected and makes them an expert in some area. Okay. So the idea of a domain basically came from that notion that we wanted to get people to do a set of courses in one particular area, give them a certificate for that area. Okay. So if you see, this is useful for various reasons. So within a branch of engineering, if you want to specialize in something, you can do that. I mean, I've listed on the engineering here. There's also humanities domains. There's management domains. Many other domains are also there. I'm just showing you some examples here. In computer science, there are data science domains, programming domains. So each domain consists of multiple courses. Some of them are core courses, some of them are elective courses. And you have to finish all the courses in the domain within a 3-year period. Okay, so that's how you do it. And you can start a domain in a particular semester and try and close it out in the next 6 semesters, right? So within the next 6 semesters, you will finish, and then you get the domain. Okay, so we believe this has more value in so many different ways. And people for higher education and employment. Next slide maybe has more details. So this is how the domain certificate looks at this point. It will list all the courses you have done, and it will also be a separate certificate which says, a certification in certain. So maybe it should go before. I thought the details of what a domain is. I'll talk about it in instance. So there will be a set of core and elective courses, maybe 2 or 3 core courses, 2 or 3 elective courses. The list will be there on the website. You can go and see in our website what the domain is, what the courses are. And you have to, like I said, do it within a 3-year period. That's also very important. And also there are some criteria. Okay? It's not enough to get 40 marks in every subject and get a domain. You have to maintain an overall marks of 60 on average, and in every subject you have to get at least 55. Only then you will get a domain certificate. So you have to get more marks also, so it's slightly more valuable. And many people are beginning to earn domain certificates now. You can go to our website, you see there's NPTEL superstars and all that listed. You can go see that every domain people are beginning to earn domain certificates. So it's becoming more and more popular. So there are other things also. NPTEL domain scholars is the first thing I spoke about. There are other categories: superstars, evangelists, motivated learners, enthusiasts, discipline stars, NPTEL believers, and various type of criteria are there. Okay, it says there 8 exams in 4 semesters, 4, 5, 6 exams, and topper in at least 3 things like this. Okay, so we just want to incentivize people in whatever way we can to get them to do more courses on NPTEL. And I think everybody every NPTEL star gets a T-shirt. Right? Is that correct? So we give you a T-shirt that says NPTEL star, and all that. A lot of people are collecting T-shirts now. More T-shirts they have. So these are numbers to show you how many people are earning domains. So if you look at domain scholars, just in this July semester, 142 people earned domains. They finished a set of 6 courses in some domain. There's also interesting domains like faculty domain. So if you're a faculty member and you want to take courses on teaching methods, outcome-based learning, things like that, there are faculty domains. There's a basic faculty domain, advanced faculty domain. Many faculty do that also. So it just helps you become a better teacher. Of course, there are also discipline-based domains. And you can see these numbers are growing. It's nice to see a good trend in many of these numbers. Okay, so the next initiative is something called NPTEL Plus. So this is not a free portal. This is not funded by the ministry. It's something that just we run. Many people came to us and asked, your SWAYAM calendar is not working for us. We can't write exams when you want us to. All of these issues. But then, if we don't follow the SWAYAM calendar, we don't get any money from the ministry. We have to fund it ourselves. So it becomes more expensive. But people are saying, oh, we pay more. We don't so we started with NPTEL Plus, where many NPTEL courses are now available for self-paced certification. You can do it at your own pace. We do an exam at the end and you can certify. But there is a cost in this because we are doing this on our own. There is a cost for even accessing courses. It's not free like SWAYAM. On top of the regular NPTEL courses, we do many more things on NPTEL Plus. Quite often in IITs, many workshops are held. Faculty come and do workshops, even in IIT Hyderabad or IIT Hyderabad, right? People will offer workshops. So these are in-person workshops sometimes. All of those quite often are advertised for. Some of them do it blended mode. So you can either do in-person or you can participate remotely online. So those kind of workshops are advertised. So these are more short-term, 1 week, 2 week. People are complaining about 12 weeks being too long. So many of these workshops are very short and one can. In fact, so this gentleman you was talking about the polytechnics is from polytechnics. So we even had a workshop on welding. So many interesting workshops like this, faculty do short-term workshops. Those are also done. Many partner industries, partner institutes, many others also offer courses on NPTEL Plus. So NPTEL Plus is an interesting platform if you would like to just really explore some of them. Yeah, so here are some self-paced courses. The typical NPTEL courses are available in self-paced category. And we also do lab workshops, NPTEL Plus workshops. So now lab workshops is something we were starting before the pandemic. And during the pandemic, we had to shut down. We will start it again now. So many science subjects need labs. We cannot do labs online, it's that easy. So what we do is over a 1 week period, we take people to actual institutes where you can do labs. You have to travel there, and then there is some hostel stay, etc. involved for a week. So we've done this in ISERs, many ISERs Pune, ISERs Calcutta, we've done chemistry, biology labs. The students go stay for a week. In the morning they do one experiment, afternoon they do another experiment. They finish 10 experiments in a week. Then we will do an exam on Saturday and then they get certified. So these lab workshops are extremely popular. They're hoping to increase it, but then pandemic started. So we couldn't do much. Now we're trying to restart it. So hopefully in the summer, we will have many more interesting lab workshops coming up. NPTEL Plus workshops, like I mentioned, are also very, very interesting. So those are also something that one. So one more initiative. This is also very interesting. If you have toppers in NPTEL courses in your institution, quite often there may be internships associated with toppers. Okay, so as in, it may not be possible every time, but if you top in a course, it might be possible that the faculty who is teaching the course offers an internship, and that internship maybe the toppers may be influenced. Okay, like I'm saying a lot of may because sometimes faculty won't offer internships, sometimes not be open, but many of them are beginning to offer. Okay? And this gives an opportunity for toppers to go spend summer months in an IIT, in the lab of the faculty, learning about how to do research. It's very, very valuable. A lot of people have benefited from this. There is a stipend associated with it. We pay 5,000 rupees for every 4 weeks. So that also is something nice, and we get a certificate at the end of it. Accommodation is also possible in the institute. Usually in the summer, hostels are free, so you do get accommodation. So these are the numbers. In 2022, summer we did 42. Winter we are trying to do many more. So at least we want to increase it to a few hundreds and see if this can work. So there's an industry associate program. We work with many companies now. The particular thing I want to emphasize here is soft skills training. If in your college you don't have interview training and all that, if you want students to go through interview training, mock interviews, how to present themselves and all that, NPTEL offers today soft skills training for free. Students who do NPTEL courses, they are able to have instructors who do online. This is online, but it's been quite effective. A lot of people have come back to us and said soft skills training is very useful for facing an interview. Many students don't have that exposure at all, and this will help through soft skills training. We do offer internships and all sorts of things with companies, but I guess the most interesting thing is the soft skills training part. So this is a program that is growing slowly. We have more industry associates today than we did even a few semesters ago. So this is something that we've been able to facilitate for NPTEL learners in companies like Capgemini, Infosys, Tejas Networks, Wiley, L&T Defense, Deep Trust. Many toppers are today getting placed. The latest offer is from a company called Texas Instruments, it's a famous semiconductor device company. So they want to offer internships for people who do a set of electronics courses, some circuits and analog electronics types of courses. So some 2 or 3 courses, if they do, they are ready to offer internships. So many companies are beginning to do interesting things like that, because I hope this grows even more as we go along. But this is becoming an interesting thing for students. Soft skills training, I already mentioned it is an important part of what we do now. Local chapter students who don't have soft skill training in their own college. I think if you don't have that, we can facilitate this. This is something. It follows a rigorous schedule. I mean, you have to do it for, it goes on for 7 or 15 days, and you get a certificate only if you score 80%. So this is something. This many students have found this very useful. We have some recorded feedback from many of them saying this really changed how their option based for labs. This is extremely useful. So there's also a digital skilling course. I'll let Kamala talk about it, because she created content for this course. Let her talk about it. It's a very basic course that many people can do. People who don't have any exposure to computers and how computers are used in offices. Today, every office uses a computer. How to effectively use that is a course on it. One more effort which we do in a very big way is regional language translation. It has been stalled a little bit because there's no fund release from the ministry. The ministry was releasing funds changed. We've been told that we will be given some funds now. So hopefully we can restart this, and this can be a good mechanism to involve with us. Basically, we want to take all the lectures that we have transcribed in English, translated into other languages. It's an effort that we're doing. Steady pace. Hopefully that should start again. Okay. The last thing is gate preparation. I think this is the last initiative. First, we've started now a portal for gate preparation. It's called gate.nptel.ac.in. Over there, a lot of interesting things are available on the website, including mock exams, mock gate exams every weekend, and a lot of practice problems. All the previous year's gate papers solved on the website. Solutions are available. There are problem solving sessions that people do. A lot of help is available for preparing for gate. So gate.nptel.ac.in is a good portal that we started recently. Of course, gate is very useful. A lot of people write this exam. Okay. So through NPTEL content, we do training for gate. It's like, yeah, anyway, let me close with this part of it. This is the timeline from the January semester. It starts, courses start on Jan 23 and Feb 20. Those are the 2 start dates. Exam dates are most important. The first exam date is March 26. The other exam date is April 29th. So this is the timetable for Jan 2023. All of this is available in our website. Go to the local chapter website also. All of this. And enrollment is open. Of course. People are enrolling in large numbers. So the last date for enrollment usually is along with the start date of the course. Okay. So I think I want to stop here. We'll come back for questions later. Let me get Kamala carry on with the chapter.
Thank you, sir. Just a minute. We'll just read out a brief profile.
They all know me.
We just do like a 1 minute thing, please. So let me introduce the next speaker, Ms. Kamala Ramakrishnan. Ms. Kamala Ramakrishnan is currently working as Chief Manager at NPTEL. After completing a degree in law specializing in employment law from the University of Kerala, she joined a law firm in the United States of America, where she worked with lead attorneys representing MNCs. Later on, ma'am worked as a documentation specialist for Bentley Systems USA, where she led the editing team and was in charge of end-to-end publishing of online and print content. She holds an international diploma from Cambridge University, England in teacher training and has tried her hands at teaching middle school children. She currently leads the exam operations for both NPTEL and IIT Madras BSc degree programs. She also heads the NPTEL Industry Associates and contributes to administrative tasks of NPTEL. Thank you, ma'am. Quite a lot about it.
Can we go back to the business slides? Hi, good afternoon, everybody. So, I just want to start by asking, how many of you are already local chapters? Show of hands, most of you are. Okay, so those of you who are not local chapters yet, can you please introduce yourself and tell me which college you are from? Start from yourself. Say, are you a local chapter? No, can you please introduce yourself?
My name is P.V.S. Murali Krishna. I'm Department of Commerce. I'm taking degree college.
It's not a local chapter. It's not few friends. Yeah, okay. And it's Krishna from IDB College for Women, Digital.
I'm Padmaja, IDB College for Women, Department of Computer Science.
IDB College. Anybody from any other colleges? Okay. Okay, so those of you who are already local chapter, you are, I think, familiar with most of the steps that I'm going to explain. But there are a few new things, so we'll go over that. So before that, as Professor Andrew was saying, this is a course that we developed, my team developed in NPTEL. So what we realized was when we were having new recruits, freshers from colleges, so there was a major lag in these basic computer skills, such as using an Excel sheet. So when we do the interviews, they say, yes, I know Excel. When you give them a task, you realize that they just know the entry part. They don't know to apply formula, they don't know how to compare data and so on. So when we work at NPTEL, there's a lot of data and people have to have a mastery in Excel. So that is how it started. Then we realized that even writing emails or giving proper replies and so on, there also there is a lag. So slowly we started understanding that these are areas where we need to train our staff. So we put together the videos mainly for our employees. So later we realized that this is something, it can be used by others also. So now the course is offered on the NPTEL Plus platform. And it is free for local chapter students. So if you are interested, your students are interested, in learning some of these basic tools, such as you can see, So these days everybody has works on Google Sheets and Google Forms and so on, right? So these are basic, very basic skills, but it's good to know. For an entry level job, it is very good to have these skills. So this is a course that we put together. So please feel free to write to us if you are interested in having your students go through this course. Okay? Thanks. So shall we go to the next PPT? Okay, so when we started offering these certification exams, we were not sure how to reach out to so many lakhs of students across the country, right? We cannot go to college, talking about our course and certification programs and how we can work and so on. So one idea that came to us was, why not form these informal partnerships with colleges? So when we started, we just sent a mail to a few colleges in Chennai just to try out how it works out, right? So we had a few principals from colleges come to our campus, we talked to them, and then when they went back and they said, yes, we are interested. Okay, so at that point, we were not even sure how to take it forward. Okay, this is just an informal partnership. Let's see how it goes, right? So it started out with some 20 colleges in 2015. So today we have 5,300 plus local chapters across the country and some outside India as well. So now, of course, people who are not familiar with the local chapter, that partnership, what is the benefit of becoming a local chapter? This local chapter is nothing but an informal partnership between NPTEL and the college. There is no membership, there is no fee, there is no such thing that it is usually associated with MOUs and things like that. This is just, you will be asked to fill a Google form, we collect a few details from you. And the one most important thing is, as Dr. Sarla here, she has been wonderfully, doing it. We need a person from your college who can be the single point of contact from your side. That is most important. So that person has to be actively involved with us. When we call them, they have to talk to us. When we send a mail, they should respond. That person should have that time to involve in this process. Because whatever information we have, whatever new initiative we have, the first set of people to know about it is our local chapters. So we have WhatsApp groups for local chapters. We have Telangana group, we have Andhra group, and practically every state we have WhatsApp groups. So we will send you email alerts, we will send WhatsApp alerts and so on. So that way you can also, in turn pass it on to your students, your co-faculty, everybody, friends, family, whomever you want to spread the awareness about, whatever. So for example, when the enrollment opens, we send out that information to the SPOC. So you can in turn pass it on to the HODs can pass it on to students and so on. That chain can start from there. So it's a very nice way for us to reach the students and the faculty in the college. And for you, what are the benefits? That's what I'm going to talk about today. So as you can see in this slide, started out in 2015. So what is required to become a local chapter? Do you need a room and a computer and all that? No such thing. Any membership fee? No. Minimum numbers? Nothing like that. It is just a partnership between the college and NPTEL. Okay. And NPTEL content, some of you may already know this. We have so much of content that is freely, it's available to download for free from our website. But if it's difficult for you to download course by course onto your hard disk, what you can do is you can send us the hard disk. We can copy it for free and send it to you. So you may not, for example, if you are a college that focuses on management studies and mathematics or a few courses only, you can tell us which courses you want, which disciplines you want. Accordingly, we'll tell you how much of hard disk space is required, and then you can purchase the hard disk as a one-time thing and send it to us. We will, copy it for free and send it back to you. So not just colleges, now even industry, they are asking for these courses and they are putting it in their land so that employees can also use that. Next slide, please. Okay, so in SWAYAM, many of you may have this doubt. What's the difference between SWAYAM and NPTEL, right? SWAYAM is the umbrella organization and there are about 9 or 10 coordinators under SWAYAM. NPTEL is one of the coordinators and we manage engineering courses. Okay, so and I think in the previous session, 1 or 2 people were asking about UGC courses and IGNOU courses and all that. So they manage their own courses, their exams. We manage NPTEL courses and NPTEL exams. So we have a vibrant team back in Chennai and in Madras campus. So all exams happen on time. So since 2014, we have been conducting exams and so on. We publish results on time, we give our certificates on time, all that happens on schedule. So any issues with NPTEL, you can always write to us. Beyond that, if you have doubts on IGNOU or some other courses, you have to write to those support teams. So under SWAYAM, so when you go to SWAYAM portal, there is one SWAYAM login for the SPOCs. Then there is another login in the local chapter domain on that page also. Okay. The SPOCs using the same email credentials and the password, you can access both logins. This will be explained to you when you become a local chapter. So how to become a local chapter? You can send an email to us, okay, and get my phone number, call me any which way, or you can contact Salva madam here. She can guide you. So yes, ma'am. Yes. So yeah, once you become a local chapter, you will get a mail, and they will say, okay, now you can create your own password, etc., and then they will guide you as to how to log into the SWAYAM portal as well as the local chapter portal. So what is available in SWAYAM portal and what is available in local chapter portal? In the SWAYAM portal, the enrollment details, it is updated once a week, every Monday, it will be updated there. So when a student comes and joins a course, so there's a column where they will ask, are you a local chapter? You have to guide your students to say yes. Yes, this is a local chapter. So once they say yes, their college name will be displayed in a drop down. The student has to just select that college. Once they click on the join button, those details will come in this login. So you will know exactly which students have joined which courses. So this will be updated every Monday for you too. You can download it, you can go through it, you can send reminders to students saying, what these many students from this department have enrolled so far. All that can be done from that list. Similarly, faculty from colleges can be recommended as nominated as mentors. So if let's say there's a mathematics course and the students you think may struggle with this course, so you can approach one of the math faculty in your college and see if they want to be mentors for that particular course. Now, mentors again is a voluntary act from the faculty side. From NPTEL, typically there is no payment for this for the mentor, it's all voluntary. So, that is something you have to, inform them. And if they have some free time and they would like to be mentored, then first thing is the faculty also has to join that particular course. Okay, if it is course A, the faculty also has to join the course. After that, the SPOC can nominate them as a mentor. So what will happen then? The mentor will have a new tab in his login, where he can click, he can see the students who have chosen him or her as a mentor for that particular course. Similarly, students will also have a new tab there where through that tab, they can also select mentors. So the students can select the mentors can now see the mentee details, and then the mentors will also get to see the students' marks and so on, and assignments. So if a student is not submitting, or let's say week 1 and week 2 they did well, week 3 you're seeing that the marks are dropping, you can approach the student, you can ask them what is happening, do you need any extra help, shall we go through what you have done and let's see what you have done in your assignments and so on. So they can do one-on-one mentoring. Since it's an online course, many students, they like the one-on-one approach from faculty. So we are seeing that in many local chapter colleges, having mentors really helps. Colleges where mentors are helping the students perform better. I think we have a madam from KMIT, right? Ma'am, you have other college. You have mentors in your college, right? Yeah. So that is something we have seen in many colleges, that having mentors really helps. So this is something new local chapters you can look into. So if you have any doubts, please write to the local chapter mail ID. We will help you. Okay. And in the local, so these are some of the details that you can do through a SWAYAM login. In the local chapter login, what we do is every detail with respect to the students. Which students enrolled, which students registered for exams. The students, after they register for their exams, their hall tickets, their exam center details, their exam scores, everything will be made available in that login. Once you start logging in there, you will not have to write to us. All details will be there. So that is why we are making it very as comprehensive as possible. All details pertaining to the student will come there. Only it is when they fill the exam form, they have to again say, I belong to this college. And it is okay to share my details with the college. Then those details will come in your blog. Next slide, please. So this is a typical local chapter login page. You can see the madam's photo is there, the details are there. Okay, we have a college profile will be there. A letter that you fill, letter we give, all those details are given here. And one of the most important tabs in this page is the downloads tab. Next slide, please. So, okay, this is another page. Every college, once they become a local chapter, we will give you a web page in our portal. So this is how it will look like. So semester by semester, the stats are also shown. So this is something you can showcase to visiting, NAC or some officials who are coming there, how your college is performing. Many local chapter colleges are now showcasing this page because this is something that is provided by us from our side. So these are numbers that are accurate, that is coming from our side. So you can, happily showcase this to the visiting officials. Next slide. So this is the typical SWAYAM portal. You can see the national, welcome to SWAYAM NPTEL and the institutes that are our partnering institutes for NPTEL, IC Bangalore, IT Bombay, and so on. There you have to first sign in, register. You have to just go and sign in and register. Next slide. Okay, so that is the SWAYAM portal, and that is the portal that you use to join courses. Okay, joining courses is very straightforward. It is just a matter of providing a few details. Then, saying yes to local chapter, correct, choosing your correct college from the drop down, join, done. You will get a confirmation mail. There is no fees, as I was saying. To enroll, to join a course, there is no fees. So once they decided, okay, I'm comfortable writing the exam, then they can pay the fees and write the exam. Until last semester, we had some funds with us that were donated by some partner companies. Because of that, we were able to give some fee waiver to select students who come from economically disadvantaged families. These are recommended by SPOX. So once the exams are over, we contact the SPOX and say, okay, we have some funds now. Do you want to recommend a few students for fee waiver? And the SPOX will do all the checking. We trust your, the method of checking and all that. And then when the recommended students list is given to us, we will give them, we will refund 500 rupees. Out of the 1,000 rupees, the 500 rupees is refunded. So that was also happening for select students from select colleges. So this year we have not announced it yet because we do not have funds. So we are still in the process of approaching companies and so on. If it happens, we'll let you know. So if you know some company, somebody who is interested in donating funds to NPTEL for CSR activities, please let us know. We'll be happy to contact them, take it forward. But the sad part is, we don't have funds right now. So many have been writing to us. Yeah, that is the fact. Okay, so becoming a local chapter, there are a few, benefits for the college. One is, as I said, all the details pertaining to the students from your college at your fingertips. You just log in, it's there. Everything is downloadable in Excel format. You can download it, you can look at it, you can send it to your affiliated colleges if there is a credit transfer mechanism available for your college and so on. So that is very important because you do not, for many other organizations, we know that you have to write to them and get the details and so on. Here you don't have to do that. You just have to log in and it's available right there. Now, request for exam city. Now, Hyderabad, of course, there are exam centers. But there are places where, in small rural areas, there may be a college where 200 students want to write the exam and they have to travel 8 hours to the next city to write the exam. In such cases, you tell the college, you tell us ahead of time how many students are going to write the exam because we need the numbers. We have to contact our exam partner, tell them that in this particular small town, 200, 300 students are going to write the exam this time. We need to know ahead of time to book the centers. See, our exam partner conducts exams day in and day out for so many exams, railways and bank exams and so on. So their calendar is booked, their centers are always booked. So if we know ahead of time, we can make a special request to them and see if those 200 seats can be booked at a particular center. So this is something. If so far, since 2015, we have been enabling this, and so many new centers have been added based on such requests. Okay, so that is happening. Another thing is, if your college, let's say you already know that there is a center in Hyderabad, but you have now gotten permission to do credit transfer or something, and 3,000, 4,000 students are going to write the exam. Again, that will be a surprise for us, right? If it comes at the last moment, we cannot arrange. It's like booking seats at the movie theater. You have to book seats ahead of time. So we have to know ahead of time. So if your college, if you see that there's going to be large numbers, last time it was 200, this time it's going to be 500. It is good for us to know that ahead of time so that we can book seats accordingly. So that is also another thing that we do it for you. Again, the mentoring I already mentioned, faculty from your college can be nominated as mentors for the courses. The fee waiver also I already mentioned. So the most important thing, as I told you, all these details, direct sharing of learner data with college coordinators, enrollment and exam registration, then the hall tickets and marks obtained, certificates, everything is made available in your login. So this helps very much for those colleges where credit transfer is applicable, because you can take it directly from there and use it. If it's an autonomous college, you can use it there, or you have to sometimes you have to send it to the university. That can also be done from you by you without having to exchange mails and having to ask us and so on. Next slide, please. So these are the local chapter colleges. As I told you, when the slide was updated, it was 5,200 something. Now it has crossed 5,300. The most number of LCs are from Maharashtra, then Tamil Nadu. Telangana is immediately after Andhra Pradesh. 246 colleges are currently partnered with us. So practically every state, every union territory is covered now. We have local chapters in every state and UT right now. Next slide, please. So exam run in the LC fraction. So why is it important for colleges to partner with us, and why is it important for us to have you as partners? It works both ways. So what we see is, because of all these facilities, we are seeing some 70-80% of our exam decision coming from local chapters. It's a huge number. It's a huge number. You can see the July-December 2022 semester. Look at the LC fraction. It's close to 90%. Look at the jump from last semester. Last semester it was 79. Now it's 89, 10% jump. So a huge number of students, learners are from our local chapter colleges, because as SPOCs, as our point of contacts, you are doing an incredible job of bringing awareness to your students, to your faculty, to come and learn through NPTEL. So we are very thankful to all of you for doing that. At the same time, if you want something, so for example, if you are downloading a data from your login and you think that there's one more column of information is easy, if it is available, made available, it's easy for us. Then we can ask our data team and we can make sure that that is also made available for you. So based on requests that we have made the Excel very comprehensive, it's a lot of data is available to you. But if you think, so for example, ma'am, department name will be helpful if it is there, or if some other data, if it is there, it's helpful for us to identify students and so on. Let us know, we will make sure that is added. So we also want that feedback from you to understand how else we can help you. Based on feedback, we started the special live sessions with the PMRF scholars. So that also has good response, because again, these are students who, who will need that extra help. So what we do is the scholars there, they go through the previous year's assignments, go through every question and explain it and make them understand. So then the students will find it easier to submit assignments. So these are small ways by which we want to help you. And especially if, let's say, a college is taking one course and there are a lot of students taking that course, we can also find out if any of the scholars speak in local languages. So if there is a scholar who speaks Telugu and the college wants this to be explained in Telugu language, we can find out and we can try that. We can always contact the college and see, these many students are taking this course. Are you interested in this? Do you need any local language help? Then if we have a scholar, we can connect you, with that person, and we can do a special session for you. So all these we can help from our side. From your side, you just have to bring the awareness. You have to push them a little bit more to enroll to courses, to register for exams, submit assignments on time, all that. So colleges where this is happening very successfully, what they do is all these mentors will have WhatsApp groups with their students, and they keep reminding them in the WhatsApp groups, whatever way they try. So this has been very successful in the sense that when we go to small villages, so I think about 3-4 years back, I went to a small town in Tamil Nadu, where it's a women's college, but it's in the middle of an agricultural land. So all the girls, the families, fathers are farmers, mothers are, homemakers and so on. So these girls, probably these are the first generation of girls who are been studying in colleges. Some of them are married. So the college, what they are saying was, okay, they have even children. So the moment you have a child, many times the ladies tend to stay at home and that is the end of their learning and career. So that college has gone out of their way to provide special daycare center for children of the students. So I can see that next to the principal's room, there is a room where, there are two elderly ladies taking care of two babies. I was asking, who are these babies? These are babies of our students. We want to encourage our students to come back and learn. This should not be the reason for them not to come back to college. Similarly, if somebody has an difficulty, they cannot get to meals or something, the college is also providing them meals. So the student just has to come and learn and go. Similarly, many of them don't have a laptop at home or a computer at home. The college is providing, weekend lab time just for such students. The lab will be open just for these students. So all this special help when it comes now, it makes difference in one person's life at a time, and the next generation, it makes a difference. So whatever, we are all in the same field, right? The education field. So whatever we can help, we are doing. In whatever ways you can help, you can talk to the college management and see if a student is struggling. How can we help? Does that student need a special care? All the help can come from your side. So from our side, if you need any help, anytime, we have a 2-3 member team who, I think there's a phone number also now. You can call that number, you can write to us, and I can promise you within 24 hours you will get the reply. That is an internal policy for us. We will reply to all mails. No, not even one mail will go unanswered. You do not have to wait. Even on a weekend, you will get replies. So any help, anytime, please come to us. Next slide, please. Yeah, so after all the exams are over, results are out, what we do is we have something called local chapter ratings. Ma'am was mentioning that. So ma'am, our team is working on it. The next 2-3 days, agency ratings will be published. So what we do is based on the performance of the students, we have come up with a criteria, the formula based on that. So for example, if two students from your college has scored 90 and above, we have some points for the students who have got 90 plus, some points for those who have gotten 75 plus, and so on. We add up all these points, and the top 100 colleges we give them the top 10 we give them AAA ratings. The next, the 40 we give AA, and the last 50 we give single A ratings. Beyond that, we also know that local chapters who have not come in the top 100, they have also done quite well. So we have a criteria for active colleges. So every semester we will rate them as active. Then we also get, based on students' performance, the mentors will get certificates. The colleges will get certificates. So we have quite a lot of categories where the SPOCs and the colleges, we felicitate them. And every semester we have a gathering of SPOCs at various zones. So ma'am has again come to IIT Madras for that. This year, ma'am, it is on Jan 28th. So the date we'll announce next week. So if you are free, please come and join us. Similarly, we have the SPOC workshops in West Zone, East Zone, and IIT Bombay, Kanpur, and so on. So we also want to take that opportunity to interact with SPOCs, all along throughout the semester, we are either on calls or emails. We also want to see you. So it's a nice opportunity for you also to come and meet our coordinators or professors, even other SPOCs, talk to them, find out, and also to give your feedback. Throughout the semester, what worked, what did not work, what really stood out, man, the sessions were really good, or this did not work. My students are, I don't think this is working out for them. Some feedback you can come and tell us, and we will definitely look into it, and we'll try to implement in the next semester. So these are some of the ways that we recognize the SPOCs. Soft skills training, as sir was saying, this is even free for local chapter students alone. So if any of your colleges, once you become a local chapter, you can tell us, and we will provide the soft skills training for you. Other ways by which SPOCs can help out is one is exam observers. We conduct exams in over 500 centers across the country. So if there is a center in Hyderabad and we contact you and you are free that weekend to go and work as exam observers, we will arrange for you to go there, and you can help us out as our eyes and ears at the center. Second, translation effort, ma'am was saying, the college is also helping. So MHRD has been funding to translate some of our content into various local languages. This is also an area where the college's faculty can help us. Next slide, please. So these are the top LCs for the previous semester. You can see the top name is Netaji Subhash University of Technology, and we have a couple of colleges from Tanjore and Coimbatore and so on from the south, and Faridabad and so on. So these are the top 10 colleges. Okay, the last semester, AAA rating has been given. Next slide. So these are some of the certificates that we give out to the top colleges. You can see there's a certificate for the college as well as the spot, and this is the formula that we use. This is available on our website. Anybody can go and see. So you can calculate, you can take the numbers that is given in your login, calculate and see if the calculation is correct and so on. So this is made public. Next slide. So again, special category certificates are also given. So for example, we see that, after one semester is over, new local chapters, like some of you are sitting here, if a new local chapter comes in and they have done really well, we want to appreciate that. So we have come up with some special categories also to recognize these local chapters. Arts, science and commerce category. Again, we have so many engineering colleges. So many times we see that arts science colleges cannot compete with them, or we don't have too many students taking up the courses and so on. So what we do is we have come up with a new category for just the arts science colleges. So then you will be also facilitated separately. Next slide. Then we have something called LC Star, which we started I think 1 or 2 years back. So what we see is consistently colleges who are coming in the top 100 semester after semester. So we do that, for across a few semesters. And if you have come, and the top of the last 4 years or 8 semesters or something like that, we give them a LC Star notification, which means when you get the certificate LC Star, that means you have been a consistent, your college has been consistently performing really well in the last few semesters. Next slide. Yeah, so support for sports for attending conferences. So this is again something this is based on CSR funding. So sports who are going for attending conferences. Yeah, you have to. There are some criteria. So you have to go to IITs, MITs, and some similar colleges. If you attend the conference and you make a presentation there and so on, the expenses I think up to 25,000 will be reimbursed. So there is some criteria. We usually send every month. We send them into all the SPSC saying there are some things called as for conference support team. If you are going for any conference and it comes under the category, you can apply for the support. Next. Okay, so these are some of the local chapter related features that we wanted to talk about. Any questions? Please feel free to ask any question at all, anything at all. Yes. We have to keep that. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, the digital skilling course is only for the students, or can it be open to maybe the non-teaching faculty?
That can also be arranged. It's very basic skills only. So these are some videos, so they have to watch the videos on their own. There will be some assignments, and then finally they have to write an exam.
But while they register, maybe they will have to.
Yeah, if you come across any difficulty, you let us know. We will help. It's primarily targeted for students, but if you think that some support staff needs that, then that is fine. We can help out. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Any questions, sir? Yes. Sir, yes, sir has a doubt about domain certification. Sir, any other questions about local chapters? Yes, ma'am. Domain certification. Yeah, so what we say is, it's already the faculty, they are mentors, right? So if you add more responsibility, it will be difficult for you. So we say up to 50 students you can take under one mentor. Yeah. And you can mentor for 2 courses. Beyond that will be too much for you also, right? So that's what we are capping. So we say 50, but if it is 60 also, you can manage it and it's okay. We are saying we are recommending keep up to 50 students. So if a course has more students, you can have more mentors.
Okay. So right now it is just a certificate you are right. Okay. There is some effort going on at the ministry level to do something about this. People who do multiple courses through SWAYAM and NPTEL. Can we do something about it? You might have heard about it. The talk of something called digital university. They want to start. Something is going on, but given that it's still being talked about at the ministry level, I don't want to say any confirmation, but if something like that happens, we may be able to give diplomas or something.
Any kind of feedback or queries? Floor is open for discussions.
No, I think that every information will be shared directly to students who are eligible, but except there's one thing. So when they fill out the exam registration form, there will be one question that we ask, right? That question they have to tick an S. It says, can we share your details with potential employers? Anyone who has ticked an yes there, if when a company approaches us and says, I want students who've done well in this, we will contact them directly. So that is how we are operating right now, not wrong, right? Yeah, we contact based on that. And if there is a possibility, like for instance, if some companies will come ahead of time and say, if students do well in this particular course in this semester, I'm willing to give it that. Those things will be advertised on the course pages.
Share that if anybody got employment.
We had that.
SPOs.
Okay. So maybe in the newsletter we can add, and I think these are posted on our social media handles also. Right? Yeah. So we do put it on the social media handles. It's not very large numbers. It's very small numbers. Yeah, so see, there is I don't know if you're familiar, there's something called data protection law and all that's going to come. And these are very important, sensitive things. So only when somebody voluntarily says, give my data, give your data. But I think we are not used to that yet. I think once the student comes, they want their certificates, their life and all that. It's not true. Everybody has their own rights. Yeah, I understand the question. This comes in every SPOC meeting that I go to.
Place them is recommended.
Yeah, so but they have to pick that. They have to say, and this is the LC.
Should be better information saying these are the people who are big, yes.
Yes.
and those are not big.
Yeah.
Are able to track.
So you have to ask them to do it. You have to ask them to do it, and they can change it. Even during the run of the course, they can change. Anytime they want to, they can change it.
So even after the exams are over, so
Window, yeah. So there is time to change it.
And we
So
also,
please ask them to do it.
also, mental edition is not loved by
that is not developed.
because of this, what's happening, they bring them all to the class and then pick it. So those who are in that, they are able to add the assessment. Rather than fingers,
But that feature is it in the roadmap? Or maybe it's in the roadmap.
but most of them is.
Earlier, you used to do the QA based on the college. It's the same your college or you have to change that?
See, right now, like she pointed out, they're looking for money. So I don't know, the basis is interesting, but yeah, I think we definitely prefer non-urban colleges.
Why? Because the
Yeah.
if I say now,
Yeah, I think if students are from rural background, we can consider. See, normally, we only take people from outside of cities. But even if there is a city college which is doing especially for certain poorer segment of the population, if you can make a case for it, please write to us. We will consider.
why? Because when I'm opting for that one, it is not accepted because my people.
Yeah, but you write to our local chapter email. we will look at it close.
Can make that special.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I completed one course in January. In the upcoming session, I enrolled a course which is in the same domain. Will that course which already I completed?
Yes. In fact, once you finish 2 or 3 courses in a domain, you will automatically get an email from us saying you have finished 2 courses. Why don't you do these 3 so that you complete your domain? We have such systems in place. Within a 3-year window, it counts. Yes.
Assume that if you're not a part of local chapter and you want to actually course, what is that the school and college name that you're supposed to select?
You can also type it in school. So,
But it's not in the drop. See, when you
Not-
become a local chapter, we add it in the drop down. If your college is not in the drop down, there's a text box that is going to.
So you can type, there's a text box there.
and just say other and then type.
Just type there.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Before we move on to the certificate distribution, Ms. Nandini, Head Department of Computer Science, will be giving a memento to our resource person, Ms. Kamala. Sir, can you please stay back here, sir? We'll do the certificate distribution. We'll be calling out all the participants. Please kindly come and pick up the certificates.
Carolyn Rugavati from St. Francis College for Women.
Dr. Revati, St.Ann's College for Women. Dr. Shama Yasmin, Global Education Center. Mr. K. Subbarao, Sarojini Naidu, Vanita Mahavidyalaya. Mr. Kishore, Guru Nanak Institution. Ms. Prabha Shukla from Sarojini Naidu, Vanita Mahavidyalaya. Ms. Swati, Jayaprakash Narayana College of Engineering. Dr. Guru Raghavendra from Jayaprakash Narayana College of Engineering. Mr. Shanmukadev, Mahavir Institute of Science and Technology. Ms. Subhashini, Aurora Technological Research Institute. Ms. Santoshi Rupa, St.Ann's College for Women. Mr. Dayakar Reddy, Hindu College of Engineering. Mr. Jayaprakash, State Board of Technical Education. Mr. Sampath Reddy, Tigala Krishna Reddy College of Pharmacy. Ms. Rajeshwari, St.Anne's College for Women. Ms. Anakha Deshmukh, Sarojini Naidu Vanita Mahavidyalaya. Ms. Radhika Sarojini Naidu Vanita Mahavidyalaya. Mr. Vijay Kumar, TKR Engineering College. I now request Ms. Kamala to do the honors. Ms. Anuradha Sarojini Naidu Vanita Mahavidyalaya. Ms. Naganandini, St.Ann's College for Women. Ms. Shaista, Ideal Degree College. Ms. Padmaja, Ideal Degree College. Ms. Harshini Sarojini Naidu Vanita Mahavidyalaya. Dr. C.S. Reddy, Chaitanya Bharati Institute of Technology. Mr. Raman, Ideal Degree College. Ms. Saujanya, Rishi UVR Women's College. Ms. Humera, Ideal Degree College. Mr. Krishna Mohan, Aurora Degree College. Ms. S. Bhagyalakshmi, Ideal Degree College. Mr. P.V. S. Murali Krishna, Ideal Degree College. Mr. D. Vasu, TKR Institute of Management. Dr. Malika Shetty from St. Francis College for Women. It's time for vote of thanks. I, Ramya, Faculty Department of Chemistry, ICT Committee member, also member of Cluster College Committee. On behalf of our committee, would like to offer deep sense of gratitude to people present here. For learning, sky is the limit, and NPTEL is the catalyst. At the outset, I would like to thank our dear sister principal, P. Amrita, for her constant support and guidance. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our NPTEL ambassadors today, Dr. Professor Andrew Tangarajan, as well as Ms. Kamala Ramakrishnan, for their deep insights into NPTEL. So thank you for being amongst us, also choosing St.Ann's as the venue for today's event. I also extend heartfelt gratitude to the delegates, faculty members, students, our technical staff, support staff for their steadfast commitment and support for today's program. I would like to thank our committee members from Cluster College Committee as well as ICT Committee for their timely help for conducting this event. I thank everyone who have been involved in this event. Thank you, everybody. Now we would disperse for lunch. Lunch is being arranged in the canteen, which is in the ground floor. Let's all assemble there. Thank you very much. much, everyone. We'll all stand for the national anthem.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for joining.